And now it's time that we're going to get on a dude. And we're going to get on a dude that's a big name in this year's draft. And that's your only hint.
Give me the AI. We haven't done this in a while. Give me the AI summary of this.
Oh, no way.
This draft pick. Start the clock.
AI synopsis.
10 minutes. Ready, steady, go. AI.
Standing at 6'2" and weighing 223 pounds, this quarterback dude has made his mark in college football history. He grew up in West Columbia, Texas, and played high school football at Columbia High, where he earned first-team all-district honors. He is projected as the potential number 1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft after a standout season at Miami, where he won the Manning Award and ACC Player of the Year, as well as setting the NCAA Division I career touchdown record with 178. First off, I didn't know there was a Manning Award, so we should talk about that, what the Manning Award is.
I didn't know.
Yeah, me neither. So let's talk about that. Let's see what that award is. I kind of want to win the Manning Award.
I know.
I love the Mannings. They're hilarious.
Well, you have the Manning Award. You're on every commercial. Post-retirement. You have the Manning Award because he's there. The Mannings are on every commercial. Now you're on them.
I out-Manning the Mannings.
It should be the Gronkowski Award.
His rapid development, elite arm talent, and clutch performances have elevated him from a 0-star high school recruit. 0 stars.
0 stars.
I got to hear about his journey, man. I didn't know he was a 0-star recruit. If you're a 0, that's bad. Yeah. And this dude was a 0.
He's about to be the first pick.
Yeah.
About to have hella stars in his pocket.
Elevated him from a 0-star high school recruit to the draft's top quarterback prospect. Let's get on
to Cam Ward. Ooh, old Cam Ward. Man.
All right, let's get back to that Manning Award real quick. What is the Manning Award? I never heard about it.
What's the Manning Award?
It's probably an elite award. It's got to be.
College Quarterback Award, Peyton Manning Award. Peyton Manning did light it up at Tennessee.
He did. He lit it up at Tennessee. I mean, all the Mannings have lit it up in college and in the NFL, which is just incredible. So I understand why there's a Manning Award.
Yeah, and Cam Ward got it. Now,
best quarterback in college football,
without a doubt.
Is my understanding.
Oh, it's named after Archie Manning.
Yeah, it's named after Archie and the whole family.
I thought
makes sense because it started in 2004, and I think Peyton was still playing. So, you don't really get an award named after you until, you're totally done with your whole career.
But Cam Ward, this guy's a stud. Not like that. But this guy's made his own path. I mean, going from a 0-star to what was the first school he went to? Incarnate Word in Texas, FCS. Then he went to Washington State, balled out, entered the draft, didn't like where he was potentially going to go, plays it smart, goes make $5 million, Miami, and bets on himself, and now he's going to be the first pick, and it's not even really close. I mean, he reminds me, I heard someone say it, I forgot who said it. He reminds me of Steve McNair, and it's really cool that he's potentially going to be in Tennessee where Steve McNair balled. I mean, you look at he's always on balance when he's throwing. Like you see his feet he's always on balance. He always has his feet with him when he's about to throw. I like his arm.
That's good quarterback mechanics.
Good quarterback mechanics. He had that one where he rolls to his left and he flips his hips and he hits the guy in the back of the end zone, like across the field, not like way across the field, but over the field. But he flipped his hips like a shortstop and he slanged that thing. Like I always see him with really good feet and he's pretty damn athletic. I think he's going to be a really good football player. I hope that he gets paired up with the play caller that adjusts to his game, because that's a huge part to the development of these young quarterbacks. It's the ecosystem that he gets in. So I hope Tennessee has this prepared, because, I mean, he ran a 4.8, 6'2", not a runner, but he has athleticism. You see him in the pocket. He's very elusive in the pocket. What do you think about this guy?
Well, can you just go back, reiterating when you said he went into the draft or to the combine and he didn't like where he was going to get drafted, and then he went to the University of Miami? So that's something new that I just learned. You can still enter the draft, go to the combine, and if you don't like where you're going to be selected or projected, you can go back to college. Can you explain that to me? That's a rule now?
Did he go to the combine?
He went to the combine? How did that happen?
He initially entered his name.
He entered his name.
Decided,
all right.
Nah, I'm not going draft. I'm gonna transfer to Miami.
Okay.
Now, was that a negotiation ploy to get more money from a school? Like this is like
it's all about leverage.
Leverage.
It is. So he
pulled
wanted
a John Elway in college.
So he wanted to improve his draft stock and capitalize on NIL. So he decided to transfer to Miami from Washington State. I mean, that's impressive. And if he was projected as a 5th rounder, I think it was. So his contract would have been like a 3-year, $5 million deal. So he went back to college, made all that money, NIL money, and now he's projected probably to sign like a $30 to $40 million deal if he's the first pick of the draft. I mean, that's how you count on yourself. That's a guy that knows what he's doing, because he's been counted out his whole entire life being a 0 star from the beginning coming out of high school. So he knew that he could just keep on capitalizing, keep on gaining, keep on improving, and that's why he went back to college to the University of Miami. And here's my story about Cam Ward. I had no clue who Cam Ward was. I don't follow college like that much. You know all the big guys. I follow the University of Arizona. I watch a couple of games.
It's tough. We gotta watch a lot of football. Like, we gotta watch a lot of pro football and talk about that.
Exactly, Jules. Exactly. I know the NFL, know all the guys inside and out, but I just have this game on, at my house. There's a football game on at my house. And I'm just peeking at it, doing some work, on my computer. And that's why football is so great as well, because you can just put a game on in the background and you can just, do peeks and just get entertained real quick, then go back to work, whatever you're doing, hanging out with your friends.
It's a little situational stimuli, like,
yes.
3rd and 8, cool.
Yeah.
All right, no, oh yeah.
Or 4th and goal, okay, I'll watch this.
Oh, red area target.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Hail Mary? Okay, end of the game, Hail Mary? Okay, I got to watch this. Hold on one second.
He airballed it at the half. Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, he sucks. Back to business. Hey man, how's it
Rolex
going?
Situation. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fucking mailman's always late.
1st and 10, I give no shits, back to work. Let me get my work done. 4th and goal. Oh, okay. Let's see what's going on.
Turn.
All right. So I'm just peeking at the game, and there's this quarterback that's just dominating. Like, his talent level is just that much higher than everyone out on the field. And I'm like, this guy is special. Like, this guy looks like an absolute animal, absolute beast. And it looks like it's high school football because of how talented this guy was compared to everyone else out on the field. So I seen like a big run, and I see another big run, and I see some crazy pass, and then I didn't really look who was playing. So then he caught my attention that much. I'm like, all right, let me see what team this is. Who's playing? And I look, and it's the University of Miami. I think it was versus Virginia Tech. And I'm like, this is Division I football. This is the University of Miami. Well, Cam Ward was making it look so easy out there out on the football field that I thought it was a high school game and some absolute 5-star football player just absolutely dominating everybody else. That's how special he was. And I was just peeking at the screen. And that's when I fell in love with Cam Ward. And I was like, this dude is an absolute monster out there out in the field. And then I tuned in for the rest of the game. And I'm pretty sure it was that Virginia Tech game. It could have been another game, but they were down. He came back, threw a bomb, had like a 20-yard run touchdown. And it was just incredible what he was doing out on the field. And then I looked him up right there on the spot, and he was the projected top 5 pick. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense now.
But
yes.
Just that story alone, like to come from a 0 star to go to the school never even heard of, to Washington State, playing a Pac-12 when it was the Pac-12, then go to Miami, bet on himself for one more year. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great story. I can't wait to watch him. But I watch his film, and like how he even pats the ball, like Steve McNair, and like he's always on balance in the pocket, and he keeps his eyes down the field. I just hope that Tennessee can surround this kid and he has an actual shot. You wouldn't want to see that go to waste. But
I mean, yeah, he holds Miami single season records for yards, 4,300 plus yards, completions, 305, 39 TD passes, 67.2 completion percentage. I think that was 1.8% too low, Julian. If you can do that math. So he was a little down there. I might take him number 2 overall now, not number 1 overall. I think he slid in the draft, his
That's
draft
pretty quick
stock
math.
because of that. But he has the most career Division I touchdowns, 178. So that's combined passing and rushing, correct? It's got to be. I mean, yeah, for sure. The guy runs like a freak of nature. So he's running touchdowns all over the place.
He never looked like he got caught from behind.
No, he never.
He doesn't look like he's a burner, but he's like Steve McNair. I don't think Steve McNair ran crazy fast, but you watch Steve, man, he reminds me of him. It's crazy. I think Dan Orlowski said something about it on one of his shows, and I was like, and I started watching him. I'm like, this motherfucker really does look like Steve McNair.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Air McNair.
Mm-hmm.
He was so fun to watch.
And McNair played for the Tennessee Titans.
I know.
Houston Oilers, right?
Well,
Houston Oilers
both,
and Tennessee Titans,
something
both.
like that, I think.
I'm guaranteeing this guy is the number 1 pick in the draft.
Guarantee it?
I'm guaranteeing it.
All right. I'm taking it.
I feel like he solidified it as well at his pro day. He absolutely dominated his pro day, and I think he should be the number 1 pick as well. I just love the way that he plays the game. He can throw the ball, he can run the ball.
Well,
Smart player too.
0-star recruit because he was in a wing T offense. That's that's a huge part of why he was 0-star. That's all like counter shit. I played against that.
Well, that's probably
1998 Super Bowl game against Naperville Redskins. We ain't never seen the wing T before coming from the west coast of Redwood City. Went over to the parking lots of Disney World, saw these kids running a wing T in the walkthrough. We were like, what the fuck are we getting into? And yeah, it's a bunch of guys just running a bunch of different shit all the time. It's very tough. And so it's hard for the quarterback to get any notice. He only averaged 12 pass attempts.
Well, that's probably where he learned how to run the ball.
Exactly. I mean, this is going to be fun. I'm excited to see. And you don't hear anything bad about him.
No,
I haven't heard anything like he's not a problem to be around. Like, regardless of what you want to say about Shedeur Sanders, people talk about him for there's something there, of some kind of something. I haven't heard of any of those kind of stories with Cam Ward. I don't know if that's media shit or this or that, but like he seems to be like a good, liked guy in the locker room.
Well, I can tell you this. If you're a 0-star, you got to be level-headed and you got to be going in the right direction because if you're a 0-star and you're causing problems in life, you're never going to get any opportunities. You can be a 5-star and cause 500 problems in your life, but you're going to keep getting chances. But when you're a 0-star, they're just going to overlook you if you have a background of bad behavior as well. So clearly, the football gods are on his side because he seems like a great dude. And that's why you probably haven't heard anything, intangible about him.
So for all you young kids, if you think you're a 0-star, you still have a shot because Cam Ward was a 0-star. Now he's about to be the goddamn first pick of the National Football League draft tonight. All right. Time. What kind of dude is Cam Ward?
I don't know, Julian. I think you said it right at the beginning, right off the bat.
No.
But it was 10 minutes ago or like 20 minutes ago, so I think I forgot. I got hit in the head a lot since I got drafted 15 years ago in the second round, 42nd pick overall. I can remember that still.
I said he was a stud, but he's developed himself into a stud, but he wasn't always a stud, and a stud is always a stud.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. Mm-hmm.
Okay? 0-stars ain't studs. You know what they are?
Dogs.
They're fucking dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he's right up my alley. I was a fucking 0-star.
Mm-hmm.
I was a 0-star.
That's why you ain't a stud.
Nah.
Maybe for breakfast you can be a studly muffin, but that's all.
A studly muffin?
Overall, you're a dog, Julian. You were a 0-star.
You know what? And that's from the stories we've been talking.
0-star loser. I was a 4-star.
I think I was a 2-star.
Yeah, you were, because if you get an offer, you're automatically a 2-star if you go Division I. But he didn't go Division I.
I went to JUCO first. I had to go to JUCO.
Oh, so you were a 0-star. 0. You know that game? It's either a 0 or a 1. You were a 0.
Well, no, who wasn't a 0? Cam Ward. And we already just declared what he's officially on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dog. Yeah, I mean, the story of him being 0-star to what he is, gambling on himself to come back, transfer to Miami. It's honestly these new stories that are going to be developed with this new rule system. You're going to see a lot of this kind of story, I bet. Guys that start at a lower level school, dips to another school, then goes to another school. I mean, that's what happens when you're a free agent every year.
And you're not really going to see that guy that's Division II that's dominating get drafted really anymore, because he's going to get scooped up in the transfer portal now and go Division I, before his junior and senior year. So you're not really going to see that Cinderella type player anymore, which is kind of disappointing a little bit. It was always so fun. It's kind of like March Madness. I mean, you got 4 number 1 seeds going at it for the Final Four. Why? Because they're powerhouses. Every single year, they're going to scoop the best players and pay them.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to get the 16th seed and just some random guy that developed late in college, dominating, on some no-name team. He's going to get scooped up from that no-name team and get paid and go to a powerhouse program.
Leave with the coach.
So you're not really going to see that anymore, even in the NFL. So it's basically going to be all Division I guys that are going to be drafted now. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a select few Division II, maybe one Division III guy drafted, but I'm sure they're all going to be from top schools now.